For this assignment, you're going to be using Mediamark Reporter. It is a commercial database. Each of you will be looking at a different brand, some of you with apparel, some with beverages, leisure, so be sure to check the assignment sheet to see which brand you are doing. You will need to register with the site. It is free. You have to use your ULM email address, and once you register and log on, this screen will appear. Click on Mediamark Reporter, and when you do, this screen will come up. Choose the Fall 2009 product, volume, everything is there. As I said, some will be doing apparel, beverages. I'm going to choose the automotive category to illustrate this assignment and how to use the database. Once you choose the automotive, then you will have categories. And for this assignment, I'm going to choose make and model of vehicles. Adult database, I want all the adults. And I'm going to choose Ford Mustang. And then choose options. Okay. Options will help us to see all of the reports. Let's clear all of them. Let's start with education. As the demographic, you have a list of the demographic variables you're going to choose. Tell it to modify. Once you do that, notice here on the right we have the educational levels. Click on spreadsheet and it will download, or in this case I want to open the spreadsheet. It's a good idea to create a spreadsheet, a different file with the name of your target market. Notice I have one called Ford Mustang, and I've already done some make the video a little shorter, but here is the spreadsheet, and so let's copy this data into our spreadsheet, and this is on education. Now one of the problems with this database is some of the categories will overlap. Notice you've got graduated from college and also those who have gone on to graduate school. You also have postgraduate, which is an overlap of this category. You have graduated high school, which you assume didn't go to college and no college. So the percentage down is what we're going to be interested in all of these except for gender. So let's sum these. That's one of the ways that you can tell if you have overlapping categories, because it looks at all the educational categories. And notice that we do. There, we've got them all. And notice postgraduate, like I said, is included in that first category. So let's delete that row. And notice that no college would graduate high school would fit that. And we do that, we're down to 100%. Now this is the column we want to graph, but we want to convert it to a percent. So let's take it, divide it by 100, gives us a decimal. Then we'll click up here percent, and let's add a decimal point. And then I can take this and create the graph. And for this illustration, let's choose a column graph. You've got several you can choose from. Try to avoid using legends. You shouldn't have to for this assignment, so let's get rid of the legend. Let's put in data labels. I like to have them on the outside there at the end. Make sure you put the axis titles. The horizontal axis, make sure you put that title in. Also put in the, we need to type this in, so we may call it education level of Mustang target market. And then we also need to make sure we put our vertical axis in, and this is the percent of total Mustang target market. So we've got those in, and when you get done, here's what it looks like. You may want to make these a little larger. Okay. Now the tricky one is gender. Notice that with adults, let's go back, we'll look at this, I'll show it to you. They don't have a breakdown by gender, just male and female. It's broken down by gender and age, and then those overlap. As soon as this comes up, I'll show you what it looks like. So let's clear it. And then if you go down Um, Notice I've got men, women, but notice that the age categories overlap: 18 to 34, 18 to 49, so you really can't get a good breakdown of the gender. So let's just choose total for this, and then we'll go back and see where it says base. Let's just choose men. Now when you do that, we lost our target, so we'll go back and select Ford Mustang, and then we're going to do the spreadsheet again. Click on it and copy it. Notice there are 2,165,000 men that own Mustangs, and I've got those copied here. Make sure you label it males. Do the same for females. Then to get the gender, notice that I can't add the percent down because both of them are 100% by the way we collected the data. So I'm going to look at the raw numbers. 2,165,000 men own Mustangs, 1,881,000 females own Mustangs, and I added those to get a total of 4,046,000. And then I did the percentage the same way. I took the number of men divided by the total, number of women divided by the total. And now let's create a pie chart this time, just to look at how that is done. And we'll move the pie chart over here, make it a little larger for us to do well. Let's do away with the under layout, let's do away with the legend, and let's add data labels, outside end. Also probably need to do have it to show the category name, and make sure you check on that again. And then if you want to, it's kind of nice to pull these out. Probably need to make them a little larger, and we can click on them and change the size of them. Notice the 53% are men, 46% are females. Okay. I also did age of respondents that own a Mustang, and to do that we have to go back to do adults. Let's go down and check the Ford Mustang again, and we'll need to choose options. Clear this and click all of the age categories and tell it to modify, and you'll see that that will appear here. And then you do as you did for all of the others. Once it does, you ask it to do a spreadsheet for you. Okay, and I'm not going to open it up because I've already got the data here. And so I calculated this is the percent down. We can check to make sure it's 100% if we want to. The age categories didn't overlap, but just by rounding it came out to 99.9. Now, on this graph I did something a little different. Notice I highlighted the 45 to 54 in red because that's the biggest age category for Mustang owners. They're 45 to 54. And the big reason for that is that retro car is very similar to the one that they grew up with. The second largest is the 25 to 34. So be sure to do your assignment. You're doing all of the demographics of education, age, gender, household income, marital status, years of present address, home value, and race. And be sure to look for overlapping categories and eliminate those if you have them. Good luck with the assignment.